Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Tales from the Tavern.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, wait, holy shit.
That might be Terminator.
It sounds like there's a Terminator in here.
Might just be stealing Terminator drums.
Chad Quandt.
Hi, how's it going, Dom?
You're here with me.
I am.
And we're in your house right now, and I don't want to scare you, but the Terminator may be in here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's been a couple years since I checked my Terminator defenses. I haven't really put up the, I don't even know what that'd be, molten lava pits, I guess. I guess that's how you stop Terminators.
You stop a Terminator with like a moat of molten lava, right?
Yes.
That's a fucking badass castle.
Yeah. My
that
next
you live in, that we're in right now.
I was gonna confess my next joke was gonna be like, and then you get the other defenses. Slightly old Hispanic maids, because that's Arnold Schwarzenegger's weakness. And I was like, wow, what am I, a writer for Shock Jock Radio?
Yeah, you might have that inside you somewhere.
Oh, God, what
I think
darkness.
we all probably have that darkness inside us.
Do you think you would be like a Shock Jock Radio guy? Like, what would you be, the straight man, or would you be like, and the bear?
I think you've got the voice to be like the token guy. Like, I'll be the weirdo who's like, and how about this story? It's a weird one. And then you're like, and then you would chime in with,
Taylor Swift fell down today down some stairs, and boy, oh boy, she broke 2 legs.
Oh.
And then it got to you, and you'd be the weird guy, right, to make sound effects?
Yeah, I would be like, bing, 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 be like, my legs.
Wait, I would hope then that every character you do is that voice for everything. And like, and then Putin came to visit America today. He saw the East Coast. He's in New Jersey. And then you go like, ow, my legs.
Ow, I'm from Russia.
And I'm like, another good one there, Dom.
Hey, no problem. It's WKFU.
I would watch that or listen to that.
Yeah, me too, man. Hey, man, we can do this right now. We got 2 microphones. Let me pull up some headlines.
You got 4 hours, right?
Morning radio.
They
play 30 seconds of a song, and then it's like 2 guys yammering back and forth.
Yes, I think the worst thing about it is that I found every morning Shock radio station has been doing stuff where they like call in and catch someone cheating. That seems to be like the new thing. I don't know if you're from like Ryan Seacrest will do like Ryan's Roses, and it's a very complex idea. I swear this will take a short story. They like call someone up and then say, "Hey, we have free roses for you."
Who doesn't love a free rose?
Yeah. Who would you like to have these roses delivered to? And then I guess the guy will then go like, "Oh, send it to my mistress," and then like his girlfriend will be on the phone and be like, "I can't believe you'd send roses to Tiffany," and then they have a big fight.
Wow.
And like that's kind of a bummer to listen to in the morning. They're all fake.
Oh, really?
There was I can't remember where I read the article, but there's a tell-all about like local improv actors just sign up like on Craigslist or a basic site, and like, okay, you just gotta get up at 6 a.m. and just here's your script, call into DJ and the Bear and pretend to be a cheating husband for 20 minutes, and we'll give you $100. Like, yeah, okay, sure, fine. And they just do that.
Yeah? Oh.
It's like a syndicated program, but it's like all over the place, and all of them do it.
Well, like, when I was driving cross-country last time, I couldn't help but notice how many stations are known by just one name, you know? By the, like, I think in Philly, it's Ben FM, which is, like, relative, because Ben Franklin, I guess, maybe. Oh, yeah. But, like, all those Clear Channel, I think it's Clear Channel.
They own everything.
Yeah, they do. And this show. They're all just like, fucking Fred, I'm having a weekend with Fred, or some shit like that. It's real bad. This is the fantasy show.
This is the fantasy show, by the way. No,
let me tell you something about morning radio. There was one. I just want to share this quick story that I heard when I was driving down the 2 here in Los Angeles, and
the classic 2.
It's classic 2 stuff was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
And
only 2 people will understand.
Me and you. So on the morning radio, I don't know why it was on. I think I was being driven to the airport or something, so it was someone else's car. But it was like, okay, we're gonna play our morning game. Is she fat or something like that? And it was like they brought a woman on to the radio, and she would like answer questions, then would be like, she's fat. she's fat.
Wait, just based on her voice alone?
On her voice and the questions she answered, like questions about her diet or her.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah, it's super sad. I hope that's improv actors too, but it really bummed me out. But I don't want to bum anybody out anymore.
No.
Okay, this is why fantasy exists, because the real world is sad, man.
Well, I think here's how I'd segue this. Mainstream radio is hot garbage, but then you have quality podcast tale programs such as this one.
That's right, and it just so happens to be a fantasy one.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, fantasy, the escape from the real sad world. It is the real world. In parentheses, there's sad in there. You don't always see that.
Yeah, and if I be honest, I keep thinking the fantasy world is the real world, and we're stuck in the wrong reality.
Well, we're in my tavern at the moment. My tavern that I own.
You own this establishment?
I have the deed.
I did not know that. I have always loved this is the Flickering Flame.
This is the Flickering Flame, and in this world, I'm Joel Deedman. I own all the deeds.
Wait, when did you acquire the deed to this place? Has this been a long time coming?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just that kind of guy who's scheming for a deed, looking for a family member to die and swoop in.
Oh, so you're a villain from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes. And we're here in the Flickering Flame, though.
It's a nice establishment. I've been a while since I've been here, so tell me, what's a special I should order?
Probably do a Scales Ale.
Ooh, what a Scales Ale.
Yeah, that's like kind of like it's got a dragon on the bottle.
Okay, I like that.
And it's like a pale ale.
Okay.
But they call it a Scales Ale.
Are there snakes or dragons or any other lizard type creatures in the beer?
They're not in the beer.
Okay.
But they swam around in what it's made in, which is just a Simpsons
for flavoring,
joke.
Sure.
Yeah, the dog needs more dog. But yeah, snakes and things. We're doing laps, having a good time.
Okay. I think I'll get one or two of those. I'll try that while I'm here.
Are you pale ale fan?
You know, I'm actually a dark beer guy.
A dark beer guy,
which everyone always kind of looks you weird. It's a different drinking lifestyle than every other beer because it requires you to sit with it and just slowly drink for about an hour. And you only have one or two. It's great. Dark beer is amazing.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like you have a different drinking habits.
I like drinking things that taste like I'm eating bread. Like a full loaf of bread with some milk. That's ideal for me. That's why I like dark beer.
And that's why, okay, all right, hey. Well, sadly, there is no dark beer here at the Flickering Flame.
I'll be a good guest.
Today on the show, though, here in the town of Quest, in the land of Orcspire, which we are, we have a tale of merfolk and forbidden fruit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. Merfolk was suggested by Corrine LaBelle. And
great name.
Yeah, that is a great name. Forbidden fruit. Also a good name, Michael Gene McCoy.
You know, I was going to just rip on it for jokes. That's a pretty great name.
Pretty great name.
I would buy some snake oil from you, Michael G. McCoy.
Not here.
Not here.
Yeah. Scale ale we allow because it tastes good, but snake oil, that's pretty close to just a snake.
I was going to say, there's a lot of snakes in this. If you popped up on a traveling wagon, tipped your hat to me and said you have some things to sell, I'd probably buy anything you had, just on name alone.
Yeah, to be honest, if that happened to me anywhere, I would listen.
Yeah, at least give him a good 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, if this guy's going to old-timey pitch me something, I'm into it.
Which is actually just cocaine, liquid cocaine.
Yeah, well, what? The snake oil is liquid cocaine?
I think, was that the thing in the Wild West that snake oil was just mostly like liquid heroin and cocaine?
I think it was just hogwash.
Sometimes it might just be water too. I just know some of the old timey remedies were just like, oh no, we just put like methamphetamines, old timey Western.
Well, snake oil is famously known. I mean, you know the metaphor now because it was nothing, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the tonic ones where like, oh, I would love to get into the soda pop history where that original sodas were just drugs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like if you get into it, like Coca-Cola had cocaine in it. And
Dr. Pepper was like,
I believe it had like seven, it had like uppers. Like 7-Up was like called 7-Up because it had 7 type things, 7 like proactive speed type drugs.
And then they were like, okay, let's just put the legal drug sugar in there.
Yes, yeah, we'll do it now. But when you think about it, Dr. Pepper is called Dr. Pepper because sometime in the old timey times, there was just an old man named Dr. Pepper, and I just make this brown water. You'll drink it and make it feel real good. And we'll make you hit your wife. And you're like, I'm Dr. Pepper. And they kept the name throughout all of it.
Wait, make you hit your wife?
That was the thing in the Wild West. You had to drink stuff to make yourself not want to hit things.
Oh.
Not just your wife, like horses.
What makes me sad is that
cactuses.
people were like, oh, this is what's gonna save my pappy. and it did not.
Like, your pappy's dying. He's like, oh, I got you some cool, refreshing Mountain Dew. And he's just like, oh, thanks. Thank you, God. And then just like, you drink the Mountain Dew.
I bet it saved a couple people.
I saved a couple people completely unrelated to anything we're doing to the drink.
Completely unrelated. Hey, I got something completely unrelated to this conversation.
Is it an amazing story?
It is an amazing story.
I am so ready.
But it was a quick plug for the Patreon.
Oh,
if you'd
yes.
like to submit your own prompts or you'd like to vote on prompts, visit patreon.com/TFTTpod. Hey, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say follow us on Facebook and Twitter
Yeah.
/TFTTpod on each. Before we get started here, I just got to say, I think I saw that goblin girl taking a look at you, man.
Oh, really? I was not emotionally prepared for that tonight. But,
Yeah, well,
maybe,
hey, man.
should I do something, or
if you want to do something,
is there something I've never really been with a goblin
send her
girl?
a scale ale.
Ooh,
Send her one of them
I'm gonna send her five. I'm gonna send her 5 scale ales.
Well, hey, do you, man?
I'm that type of guy. Wait, 5 scales ale for the goblin woman.
That one.
That one. Yeah, that one. Not that one. Not her.
Send her 5 beers, quick.
All at once.
Let's get right into it, shall we?
Let's do that.
All right, Chad, you ready for my tale of forbidden fruit and merfolk?
I am stretched and ready.
All right, this one is called Circlet of Blood.
Ooh.
I'm tired of discussing the damned fruit, slurred the governor as he swallowed his wine, placing its cup upon the great round oak table before him.
Ooh, nice visual.
Around it sat the governor's advisors, and at the door, his guards. Behind him was an open arched window, the cool evening air blowing against his neck. It's almost time for the harvest, and we must decide soon, spoke an advisor in a dull brown advising robe as he handed the governor another bottle of wine. The merfolk grow more and more desperate. We must double the cost of the fruit and double our security. They can afford it. But I sense they grow ruthless and possibly angry that we doubled the cost of the fruit. Governor, spoke a younger advisor, may I suggest trading the fruit for better arms for our forces or political alliance that we could exploit?
Good idea.
The governor shifted as he quietly moaned, full of farts from today's lunch buffet. Can't this wait until tomorrow? He slurred as he reached for his wine cup.
Dude, F this dude.
I know, he's kind of a fucking...
Yeah, I instantly hate this guy.
I gotta lay on my side for a while. You been there.
I relate to that, sadly.
The governor's hand jerked suddenly, knocking the cup of wine over in fright as an enormous shadow cloaked the table. The entire room turned to see the massive body of a barbarian, swords in hand, with the word unfuckwittable written across his chest. Cleveland! Shouted the barbarian as he swung his sword down upon the governor's skull, splitting his head in two.
Holy shit.
A fountain of blood sprayed all over the room.
Oh my god, on the table?
all over the room. There were wine cups, and they shot into wine cups, overflowing them with blood.
Like one of those fountains in a nice like Chicago park that just go into all of them.
Yeah. Like shot right into them. It was pretty fucking awesome looking. Oh, fucking God! Yelled an advisor sitting right next to him, a.k.a. the splash zone. Seize the killer! Shouted an advisor from across the room. Throm slowly turned his sword toward the shouting man, slicing through several other advisors' throats like butter. 2 guards near the door drew their weapons and peed their pants. Throm smelled their fear. It smelled like sour asparagus piss. Ooh. He threw a goddamn wine bottle right at one guard's head. The bottom of the bottle hit the guard square in the forehead and killing him instantly.
That's probably better for the better.
Blood dripped out of every hole. Every hole. Ah, shit, yelled another guard. He grabbed a nearby bottle of emergency poison, swallowed all of it, then chugged the remainder of the wine bottle that killed his friend and fell onto his spear, killing himself in a sad way.
He would just rather die that way?
He would rather take several steps to know that he died than be savagely murdered by Throm.
I like his thoroughness. Clearly, he was probably a good advisor.
Yeah, he was like, all right, I'll either die from poison, die from alcohol poisoning, or die from spear poisoning.
I like that. I like it. I like his moxie.
You gotta watch out for that spear poison, man. It'll go right through you.
Oh, my God.
Through his black, unwashed hair, Throm gave the room an ugly pass. 2 advisors remained, one old, one young. He gritted his teeth, begging them to try and kill themselves before he could. "Please spare us," exclaimed the older advisor. "I've worked so hard for everything I own." "Yes, you wouldn't want to kill us anyway," said the younger man as he picked up the cloven governor's circlet from the table. "We're your advisors, oh great new governor."
Oh, I like these guys.
"Governor!" shouted Throm, confused. "Yes, you've killed the serving governor, which makes you the new one." He cautiously extended the circlet to the barbarian.
That's great.
"That's just kind of how the rules work around here, and in most facets of our life. Kill a guy's son, become a new son." And so on. It's fun.
Can I just say that in my head, I imagined that advisor. I love that. I imagine the advisor butcher scene of that ridiculous scene in episode 3 of Star Wars where Anakin's just killing all of the Trade Federation dudes.
Uh-huh.
He's just slaughtering them, and they're just like, there's no fighting back whatsoever.
Yeah, that's basically it. They've only coaxed him into maybe not killing him at this moment,
I love that.
In an instant, Throm had realized his position. Not because he had the presence of mind to do so. No, it was because he was ruthless enough to see his opportunity. In his never-ending quest for power, he had stumbled upon a power undreamed of unto him. Political power. Ooh. And all he had to do to get it was kill. Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, it's a nice metaphor for real reality.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm trying to escape us into a fantasy world, but sometimes the real world can't help.
I just can't stop thinking about how Hillary killed that woman who was senator of New York.
Yeah, she strangled her.
It's really weird. Like, it was like on SNL, too. It was really weird.
It was live on TV and people were clapping.
And everyone was clapping.
The barbarian lowered his bloodied sword and announced, "Throm will govern." He snatched the circlet and put it around his wrist, for it was far too small for his massive dome. Mm-hmm. "Well, then, you must decide what we do with the jam fruit," spoke the old man. "What is this jam fruit?" bellowed Throm, annoyed that everyone just assumed he knew what a frickin' jam fruit was.
Yeah.
"It is the forbidden fruit. Forbidden, for it holds great value that we pass laws making it illegal to consume. What? For it is very rare and only grows but once a year." "Take me to the jam fruit." The advisors escorted Throm to a large jam fruit orchard located within a courtyard of the castle. The barbarian plucked a fruit from its vine. The texture was much like a basketball and large. Just like a basketball. You know, the jam fruit was like a lot like a basketball.
Are you telling me this is basketball jam?
It's the jam fruit.
It's jam fruit, yeah.
It's the jam.
Would you say this is basketball slam jam fruit?
You know, it could be. Maybe that was the inspiration, but
okay.
Let's see where.
As long as it's not a Space Jam fruit, I'm okay with that.
"Who cares?" shouted Throm, begrudgingly suppressing the urge to destroy the old man, who kept rubbing his hands together as he ogled every person they passed within the castle. "Well, it's indigenous only to this castle," said the young advisor. "We've kept it that way due to its value." "Why?" "Well, the merfolk in the nearby bay need the fruit to live, as it's their only source of vitamin K. But we own it, so we get to decide where it goes." "Options," shouted Throm.
Wait, he's really good at this.
Unable to form an entire sentence as he was seeing less and less reason to keep this new, not constantly killing approach to power going. He watched as the old man begun to lick his fingers for no apparent reason.
I love this old man.
A bead of murder sweat dropped from the barbarian's brow. Barbarians.
That's good.
The murder sweat dripped down Throm's olive cheek as he envisioned himself seizing the old man by the throat and chokeslamming him through a coffin that was filled with spikes laced with acids and flesh-eating bacteria. It is the most desirable fruit in all of Orcspire, and the tatty asses love it. They're a powerful royal family just a few castles over.
I'm sorry, tatty asses?
Tatty asses.
I love it. Great.
We could trade the fruit to them for artillery or a political favor. They use it in all their ceremonial dinners, weddings, birthdays, dude christenings, ass-cheek sacrifice. What? Exclaimed Throm, unable to conceive that last one. Ah, yes. At the age of 22, the tatty-ass common folk must sacrifice one butt cheek to be boiled down for soap for the royal family. It is a tradition and ultimately a ceremony that costs a lot of money and keeps this whole thing going, you know what I mean?
Wait, I'm so glad you explained it, but also, what does the royal family do with the ass cheek?
Oh, well, they boil it down for soap.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so they make soap out of it, and then they wash their bodies with butt cheeks. I didn't realize that, but
no, that's great.
The idea actually disgusted Throm. He knew how much to use his butt cheeks, but he tried to imagine sitting lopsided due to a missing butt cheek and got so angry that he had to think about killing that old man some more to calm him down. Also, they extract something from the seeds that give them a boner, the old man added.
Whoa.
Boing.
Wait, was that the old man or was that you?
That was the old man.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
The jam fruit in Throm's hand exploded as he clenched his fist to resist destroying the pervert. The old man fell to the ground, picking up the jam fruit seeds and sucking on them furiously. What would you do with the jam fruit? Asked Throm to the younger advisor. I gotta be honest with you, said the young politician as he leaned closer to Throm. I fuck it. I cut a hole in the jam fruit and I fuck it.
I'm so glad that's where this is going.
Throm's eyes widened to murder length as the young advisor continued. And it wasn't always known as jam fruit. I made that name up and got the old governor to pass a bill to change the name because I fuck it, you know? Jam fruit.
So he jams his dick in it.
You're catching on.
Yeah, I'm catching on.
It used to be called cantaloupe. And I fuck it because I'm crazy. Kind of like that elf who tried to fuck some gold that one time, except I did it. I go BD and JF all the time. Oh, hell nah, shouted the barbarian. In one quick motion, he snapped the young advisor's neck, sending his head spinning around and around like some sort of swivel. Then he puked blood. Throm ran at the old man and punched him right in the heart, killing him.
Oh.
I mean, he was an old guy, you know? He didn't really need much more than a running punch.
That's true.
And Throm didn't like cutting old people up in any way. He said the blood wasn't as lively and didn't spray as much.
I like that.
Even after killing both annoying advisors, Throm's thirst for violence remained unquenched. He looked at the jam fruit with great hate. He seized the gardener's cart and filled it with every motherfucking jam fruit in the courtyard. He fastened the straps to his chest, crossing over the words, unfuckwittable, and ran for the rocky shore of the bay. See you in shitland, fuck fruit! Throm threw the jam fruit down one by one, each exploding into pieces against the bay's rocky shore. It was an orange wasteland with fleshy fruit bleeding into the ocean. Mermen and mermaids emerged from the bay's water, some eating the cantaloupe right out of their hands as they came out.
Oh, good.
Throm watched as they gathered on the rocks and feasted on the rest of the barbarian's fury. A merman in a beautiful turquoise circlet looked up at Throm and spoke. For centuries, our people have lived at the bottom of this bay, long before the time of man and orc. We've just been slow to evolve due to the lack of cantaloupe. But now that the floodgates are open, we stand to walk this land alongside man and orc, within a safe distance to the ocean. And we have you to thank, barbarian. The merman gestured toward the sea where a shark's fin was roaming. As reward for your good deed, we offer you Fin Dog, a shark companion who can serve as a surfboard of sorts, who will let you ride all over the motherfucking ocean.
That's the dopest thing in the world.
Oh, shit, no way, said Throm, fully stoked. Yes, dog, we're going to unlock the secrets of this world together. It's going to be incredible. The end.
Oh my god, Fin Dog is the best power-up I've ever heard of.
Yeah, pretty good reward for doing a deed.
For murdering people and throwing melons, not realizing the repercussions of them.
Crashing melons against rocky shores.
Here's my favorite part, is that Throm was actually a pretty good governor.
Yeah, he kind of like I guess
He killed people, but
he was really just like put off by the people who were telling him what to do,
Yes.
and that's what told him to kill them, which is something a good governor does.
yeah. I mean, theoretically, the town's economy
That's what
might
Bernie
collapse.
Sanders is trying to do.
Yeah,
right?
Bernie's just trying to throw the
He's
melons
trying
down on the
kill
shore to give all the merfolk.
He's trying to kill all the bad guys and then throw the melons down so the people can eat.
Well, let me ask you: do jam fruit, aka cantaloupes, do they actually get you boners?
If you can extract something from the seed, I heard.
So theoretically, the merfolks are just going to be like bumping and grinding.
Well, maybe. I mean, if they eat the seeds,
Yeah.
but like there's something you have to extract from the seed
Okay.
that you mix with other things, and then that gives you a boner.
Okay.
probably,
I think either way, they'll progress very well as a culture.
Yeah, they're going to be rock hard solid. Either way, now that they got all that vitamin K.
That was a great story.
Oh, thanks, man. I had this other thing that kind of didn't fit in there. I wanted to go ahead and establish this because I just wrote this as well, and I'll add it in here.
Please.
Throm was actually a half orc, half barbarian, but he went by barbarian because he used their philosophy on fighting. What's up with half orcs not being identified by their other halves anyway? What, people refuse to see that there exists another half of them just because they're an orc? That's fucking racist, dude. How about they're all just people, bro? How about you imagine that?
I like that. Real talk.
Yeah, some real talk.
I feel like the standard half orc is. I agree. It's a racist.
It's fucking racist.
It's racist. It's generally either half orc, half elf, or half orc, half human. But is there like a half orc, half gnome?
Fucking yeah, dude.
Wouldn't that be the
Hell
coolest
yeah.
little thing?
You know what was weird that I read recently? It was like scientists believe that humans mated with Neanderthals much earlier than they thought. And I thought that was a really weird thing that like you would come upon another kind of like iteration of a human being.
Right.
And you would be like, I want to fuck that.
That's close enough for me. I think the best part about that is that for scientists to believe that, they didn't need to find like anthropological, villages where it showed them living together. But more likely, they just found two skeletons just like going at it, and one was like
Some jam fruit seeds.
yeah. They're like, oh, okay, we figure out what's going on here.
That makes sense.
There's
there.
just like some wine glasses over to the side, and like a prehistoric
a candle was still blowing.
A candle was still blowing. Like, wow, these two really loved each other.
Yeah, man, they were really going at it.
That's a fascinating tidbit.
Yeah, fascinating little tidbit there.
I enjoyed this story. I hope I don't know if you want to spoil it. Will Throm stay and govern the town more, or is he going to leave?
You know, I think he's done governing. Actually, I think I wrote a passage. I wrote a separate passage that I ended up cutting, but it actually fits into this conversation.
Okay, I would like to know.
Say,
Sure.
In ways, politics were far more violent than Throm could ever manage on his own. But the barbarian preferred to be there, where the blood can really get all over you. So I think I wanted to go, and I will, that he will continue to exist, but I guess he'll have some merfolk allies.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Theoretically, he could always send some orders or bills via remotely, but I like that he wants to be there in person. I like
No.
He's a man of the people.
Throm is very much obsessed with taking the life of other people. It used to be. It's now getting a little bit more focused, I think.
Yeah.
Now that he's had some friends, but if somebody gives you a freaking shark that you can ride as a surfboard, you're gonna be friends with them.
I think that's the first time I can remember. I'm sure there's been other times. The first time where Throm didn't immediately was not angry or like completely against it on some level. He was super into Findog.
Oh no, yeah. Come on.
How could you not be?
Throm's all about finding the next powerful weapon, right?
Yes.
So a shark, holy shit! Like you could kill so many ocean things.
Oh my god, it's so good. Great White, is it a made up race? Is it a new race?
Great White sounds dope.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it. Fucking, it's a great white shark that he's surfing on.
Okay, cool. That's really good.
You know what? Wait, great white. He's got tiger stripes on him.
Oh!
Fucking why not?
Ooh!
Yeah.
That's a deadly shark.
Oh yeah, he's fucking deadly as shit.
I like that.
Thanks, man.
That's a great story.
Hey, we came up with that together.
We did. I helped co-credit on the giant striped shark. On Findog.
No, you get a development credit.
I want all merchandise rights for t-shirts.
No.
For t-shirts,
No.
and and breakfast cereals.
Okay, cereals.
Breakfast cereals. Fuck yes.
Cereals. You can have. So we're back at the flickering flame, Chad.
Oh, I had a great story. You know, I gotta say, while that story was happening, Goblin Girl, I think she drank all the beers.
Yeah, it looks like they're empty, yeah.
They're empty. She seems to be mostly asleep, so I might have failed.
Oh, yeah. No, well, I mean, she will probably appreciate and remember the man she looked at one time and then suddenly got 5 beers.
And that's the most important thing, right? Not finding love or physical affection, just really just helping out people in this brutal fantasy town.
Yeah, just, hey, man, hey. I got your back someday. She may show up and help you one day.
That's
you never
true.
know.
That's
what fantasy's all about. It's like, here is something. See you in 5 chapters.
I might swing down Beast Meekles and just take it from this thing.
See you at the end of the book. But I gotta say, man, this story. I've been reading Dune for the first time.
Yeah, I've been meaning to catch up to myself.
Clearly a little inspired.
No, this is great. You know, here's the thing. So I had never read Dune, and I hadn't watched it, but I assumed, and I realized it was wrong, was that Dune was just like guys in a sci-fi ship talking about spice tax rates. That's what I assumed it was.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing now it's not.
Well, like, I think the thing about Dune is that people go, oh, Dune, that's a big book, super complicated, hard to read.
Right.
That's what I've always heard about it. And then recently, I was talking about it with our mutual friend Paul, who we do Goosebuds with.
Good friend of Paul.
And he was like, no, it's so simple. People talk about how that book is complicated, but it's like so simple. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay. I bought it, I started reading it, and I'm in love with it. It's such a fun book.
I really want to read it after you introduced me to a documentary that blew my mind in this last week. Jodorowsky's Dune. Boy, oh boy. Like I keep thinking about it.
Yeah, man. I got to say, I watched it the night before. Like, I'd seen it about a year ago.
Yeah.
And then I watched it the night before I brought it over and we watched it again. And I'd had just as much fun, especially because you were seeing it for the first time.
It's fascinating. And I'll say for anyone, most likely most of your listeners have not seen it. It seems like it's not a super popular documentary yet. There's a lot of documentaries about other films that didn't get made, like the Tim Burton Superman and that sort of stuff. And I feel like they usually are not as nearly as interesting as they think they are because they don't have enough assets to show, or the story production is not that interesting. It's more like a fan side on. This is the craziest story I've ever heard about a film. Like, if we can, I'm trying to remember everything that runs down. Let's not spoil, but let's see. Music by Pink Floyd.
Yes.
Theoretically, this movie is going to get made. Music by Pink Floyd. Art design and storyboards by Mobius and Geiger.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I am Mobius.
I am Mobius. And the entire documentary is just telling stories of meeting those people and them all just immediately coming on board. This actually would have been a dream cast.
It would have been the greatest film ever.
Right? I believe
that's the way
you
feel. Well, like, in listening to him talk about it, like, you're like, yeah, fucking yeah. Like, you want to work on the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the power of Jodorowsky. If you look up, like, the production of Holy Mountain, another one of his films, all the actors in that film, they went on, like, a 6-month or maybe 3 spiritual retreat.
A retweet is an adorable child retreat. Throwing on a tweet to figure out a business strategy.
I gotta go get smart. But yeah, they went on this retreat, this spiritual thing, and then in the film, there's a scene where they're saying goodbye to their old selves, and they're like living through painful death kind of thing. They're all on mushrooms. On mushrooms.
Not not the characters in the film. The actors are clearly all on mushrooms.
The actors are on mushrooms. You probably wouldn't know, but they are on mushrooms in that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Holy Mountain, but it feels like it's an art film. It seems like there's crazy stuff happening. And you're like, how would he handle Dune? And then he shows you a few of the storyboards of sequences. Like, I get it. I get how this would just be the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, it's a super fun documentary. If you haven't seen it, I don't think it's streaming anywhere, but you could probably order it on demand.
It is worth tracking down. I can't stress how many other documentaries talk about how great a thing was, and if you haven't seen it already, you're like, I don't know, you're just kind of all being fanboys. Like, this is one where I believe it.
Yeah.
That this would have been the craziest thing. And if it had somehow failed and not been good, it still would have been worthy of, like, art based on the creative people who all came together.
Yeah,
we're saying like half of the people involved.
I mean, you will see it in the film, the ripples of this project, you know, where they went out and worked after the
Right.
film, But yeah, super cool documentary. If you haven't seen it, it is on Amazon if you want to buy it. It's worth owning. It's a great movie.
It's weirdly inspiring. I don't know, even though like
It's super inspiring. Yeah.
It's strangely inspiring because even if he hadn't gotten, 'cause again, it didn't get made, but you still kind of like are proud of the guy for getting that far and creating this achievement, and like the journey was somehow more important than the destination, even though that movie should have totally got made.
Dune's super cool. It's like, I would say, in a way, it's therapeutic to read. It's a fun read.
I've been meaning to read it. I will catch up to you on the book. And I can just say, like, if you are making anything, whatever it is, I think this documentary is strangely inspiring purely on how much this guy believed in his project.
Yeah,
And he didn't really worry about, like, executive notes. He didn't really worry about the logistics of it. He just said, at one point, I'm going to get the people I want, and I'm going to make this thing hell or high water.
Yeah.
And it didn't get made, and it's still somehow more inspiring than any film that got made in the last 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved it.
And I think if you liked Jodorowsky's Dune, if you're listening to this, you, Chad, or somebody listening to this, if you like Jodorowsky's Dune, you should check out Jodorowsky's other films. They're quite good.
Let's do that.
I haven't seen his latest, but I guess I've seen El Topo and The Holy Mountain, and they're both real good.
Hey man, let's hang out and watch some Jodorowsky.
I know. I gotta bring that. El Topo's cool. El Topo's real cool because it's like, oh, this is a comic book, and I've said this to you before.
Right.
Like the first half
It's
of
like
that
a
movie,
Western.
It's
Yeah.
like a Western fantasy. That's the cool thing about Dune too. Reading Dune is that it's a sci-fi book, but it's really kind of a fantasy book because it's like sword fighting and stuff like that. It's super cool.
Oh, I'm going to end on this
Nice.
conversation, because this reminds me, this is what I think was the best part about Star Wars. Star Wars, to you, is it sci-fi with fantasy to it, or is it fantasy with sci-fi to it?
No, I always say that the Jedi is the space wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all that it is. Mm-hmm. It's a space wizard with a sword.
Yes.
He can use magic, and he has a sword. Like, that's the thing about Star Wars. It's seen as this sci-fi thing, but it's really just fantasy.
It was like a fantasy foundation. That's what kind of makes it feel different or special.
Yeah. So, hey, man. By the way, Thrawn returned. I know you got real excited there.
I was so excited to see the return of Thrawn.
Hey, Thrawn's been gone since like episode 20-something of fantasy fiction.
Yeah, no, not only did he returned in style.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially liberated an entire town from a corrupt governor.
Yeah, that was kind of fucking rad.
Yeah, he did a lot. He did a lot of stuff in a short amount of time, just with the power of his fists.
Yeah.
I love Thrawn.
I really enjoyed writing this story because Thrawn was more of a good guy than he was just the tornado of violence.
Right, yes. I think the fruit was an amazing visual with the merfolk. There's a lot of metaphors in there that I'll let the listener read into.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, what'd you take from this, man?
I took a few things. One that my first immediate thought was like, I don't know, making love to a cantaloupe wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Like one time,
I'm sure it's happened.
One time, as in old fantasy world, it's probably one of the more enjoyable things. I took that Thrawn is a perfect example of the people who should be leading or the people who don't want to lead.
Oh, yeah.
And that was kind of the great thing. Thrawn craves power, and he obviously was into political power, but he doesn't want to control people. He doesn't want to, be the standard politician that you always see in your worst mind. And that made him better than that entire corrupt council of governor and his advisors.
Hey, man, you're making my story sound pretty good.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it. It's very, very good.
Well, hey, man, before we go from the tavern here, I guess I got to tell you how we say goodbye around here.
Oh, how do we say goodbye?
That's real easy, man. We say, hey, yo. That's how you get their attention.
Okay.
It's a little Philly style. Hey, yo. Peace.
Oh, to the whole bar. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and say goodbye to the guy, I know she's sleeping, but
okay, we'll try to. Oh, just kidding. Hey, yo, peace. Oh, she woke up.
Oh, good.
We should.
Ooh,
she looks mad.
mad.
We should probably.
Yeah,
get out
I
of
would
here.
be bad if that woke me up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.